One strike.
Here's your 1. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Daniel Hudson looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Garcia, the lefty, warming up as well. And the right-hander deals. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to the heater. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. We're tied now at 3 apiece. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Sir Anthony Dominguez. Here's the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. And a pitch. There's a strike.
0-1.
And the 0-2. That one missed. At the belt and fires. Wouldn't chase that time. Three-two now. Chris Taylor up next for the Dodgers. Payoff pitch. And there's ball 4.
That could be a tone setter for the inning. 4 straight pitches and the leadoff batter's on base. We'll see if the next guy waits until there's a called strike before he takes the bat off the shoulder.
Here comes Chris Taylor. There's the strike.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And that's off the inside edge. And the count is 1-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Connor Brogdon up and throwing. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. Throw. Tag. Ow! A bullet from JT Realmuto.
Just a mechanically sound throw right there. Great footwork, good transfer, quick release, all those things that you need to do. You don't have to have the highest velocity, but if you can throw it on the money, you can throw out some fast runners.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
And now the right fielder, Jason Hayward. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And ball 1 to the right fielder.
No strike.
On the ground. Stop. The throw to first. And that is that. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. All tied up at 3 apiece. So bottom of the ninth. Now the third baseman, Alec Bohm. And a pitch. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Good piece of hitting right there. Nice hard line drive to the outfield. You're trying to get on base, represent that go-ahead run. Can't hang your head on that at all.
Now it's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. And on the mound today, a guy who will give them innings. Zach Wheeler.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts. And here it comes. And that one's a little bit low. And this one is off and running. And strike one to Mookie Betts.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
This one in the air. Harper has a beat on it. Nabs it, and there's one down. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Harper steps on the bag. Quick start to this afternoon's action. 2 gone. And up to the plate is Will Smith. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Two out, space is empty.
Got to be careful here. This is the type of hitter that can punish you even with pitches outside the zone.
Got him swinging. Dodgers go down quietly. So now the Phillies offense will see what they can do. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here in Philadelphia, our starting pitcher in this one, Shohei Ohtani. What should we keep an eye on here?
It's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Ohtani in his 7th season, 29 years old, and he's one of the few two-time MVPs in the league. The pitch. That one way inside.
1-0.
And another ball. That's outside. Ball 3. There's a strike at the knees.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
The 3-1 in for a strike, full count.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Swing and a base hit.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Here's Turner now. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. First pitch not close. Up the middle. There's one. And that's 2.
Well, a very fast developing play right there. No margin for error. Nice double play on a fast runner up the line.
Here's Bryce Harper. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Two outs. And that one is inside ball 1. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Harper retired. And that is that. Scoreless after 1. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Here comes Max Muncy. Wheeler back to work. That one's in there. 0-1. And that's too high. Matthew Ross umpiring behind home plate for us in this one. He's got a reputation for having a bit of a wide strike zone, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. He rewards pitchers when they're working the edges and sometimes a little bit beyond that. So for the hitters, just have to really be aware. Don't miss your pitch when you get it early in the count.
Righty delivers. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
The pitch. And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
James Outman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Next pitch is outside.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
The 1-2. Wouldn't chase that time. Got him swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with 2 strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. Right through there for a strike. Muncy stands at first with 1 out. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Real Muto throws, not in time. It's a stolen base.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
One out, the runner at second here at the top of the second. That one just missing inside. Now 2-2. And down on strikes. And there's 2 away.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Here comes Chris Taylor. That one inside. Ball 1. They'll score here in the second. Fly ball to right. Castellanos gets under it and puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. So the Dodgers leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Here comes a pitch. Ohtani, multi-time All-Star. He throws a slurve, a four-seamer, a cutter, a splitter, and he works in a sinker. That one fouled off. Right-hander kicks, deals, and a foul ball. Kicks and fires. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And a pitch. On the ground to third. Throw on to Freeman, and Castellanos is out. And now it's Alec Bohm. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. That one missed.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
One down, base is empty. Out in front and foul to the left side. Kicks and deals. And another ball. One out, base is empty. That one finds the corner, and it's 3-2. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes, and there are 2 outs.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
this is Bryson's stop. Fought off foul. The pitch. And a big swing and a miss.
0-2.
Almost got him. And the right-hander deals. In the air, left side. Hernandez right there to make the grab. That is the inning. We'll move to the third with no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the third inning, and now it's going to be Jason Hayward. Now the right-hander ready to go. Still no score. That's a little bit low.
1-0.
That's in there. And the count is 1-1. That's down and in.
2-1.
Ground ball up the middle. Turner on the run. Throw to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. And now it's Gavin Lux. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. In the air to left center. Marsh sizes this one up. Makes the grab, and there's two gone. Here's Mookie now. 0 for 1 so far. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And Betts is set down. And that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. And we're still knotted at 0. Back at Citizens Bank Park, JT Realmuto steps in. And he deals. Ball one there. Wouldn't chase that time. Just missed.
3-0.
And there's the automatic.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. First pitch misses.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
The 1-0.
Two balls, no strike.
Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Check on the runner. Real Muto back in there. Righty to the plate. Real Muto runs. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets in the scoring position.
Man at second. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Two now. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out here in the last half of the third. Swing and a pop-up. Pulls it in on the run. One down. Next to hit, Johan Rojas. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Real Muto back in there.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
And another ball.
Look, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
And he walked him on 4 pitches.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
So the batting order turns over. Here's a big power threat. Kyle Schwarber. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
Trey Turner at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just going to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
2 on, 2 outs. Pitch misses. Ball 1.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Had him way out front of the slurve.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
All set for the start of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman. Wheeler back to work. Dives, and he can't hang on. Flip to the pitcher is in time. And that's out number one on a tough play.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
The batter now will be Will Smith. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
One down, base is empty. That one inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Now a fly ball to right center. Castellanos moves on it. Snags it for the second out. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. He reached out a walk his first time. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
That misses, and that's ball 1. Just missed. And a pitch. Fouls one off. 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And there's a ball.
3-2.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. Dodgers down in order, and we are still scoreless. Back here in Philadelphia, and now here is Harper.
Love coming to Citizens Bank Park. Best ice cream in all of the league at the press level. It's only been around since 2004, but plenty of awesome history here already. It's the only stadium with multiple postseason no-hitters. Remember Roy Halladay did it back in 2010? And the Houston Astros threw a combined no-no in Game 4 of the 2022 World Series.
Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him at 99.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
That pitch gets the inside corner. That is strike 2. And that one lifted in the air center field. Hauls it in for the out. Down the third baseman, Alec Bohm. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Good eye right there. And another ball. And that's down and away.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
That's in there, and that is strike two. High fly ball, right field. Hayward drifts towards it, and that ends the inning. Through four, still tied. Zip, zip. And we're back. We go to the top of the fifth. And at the plate for the Dodgers, James Outman. The wind to the pitch. That catches the top part of the zone. And it's 0-1.
You know, these Dodgers just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly...
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. A gigantic blast. And they jump out front. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Caught looking his first time up. And a swing and a miss.
No ball. One strike.
That one's in there, and it's 0-2.
That was exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Foul ball still 0-2.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle of the plate.
And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Oh, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location. But clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Chris Taylor now flied to right his first time. There's a strike. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the fifth. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Out to short. Whips it across. Taylor out on the play. Here's Jason Hayward. Grounded out his first time up. In there for strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Going to count 1 and 2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So the the Dodgers strike first on the solo jack. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Philadelphia, here's the second baseman, Bryson Stott.
These fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
The right-hander back to work. That one not close, and it's 1-0.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Wouldn't chase that time.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
The pitch. And he takes one right on the black. It's 2-2. At the belt and fires. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that's the first out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
And now it is JT Realmuto. Walked his first time. In there, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
One down, base is empty. Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And that's downstairs and outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one misses in the dirt. And a pitch.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those, more margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport. And I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone. Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
And the righty deals. Down the line. And that's a foul ball. 2 outs. Slice the other way. That's a base hit.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
2 outs, runner at first. And stepping in is the speedy Johan Rojas. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
And ball one.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
That's in there, and it's 1-2. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. One left for Philadelphia. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Gavin Lux. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. And that one hammered back there. In one hops off the wall, should be extra bases. And that's a leadoff double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
So the lineup flips over. Here's Mookie to hit. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And that one upstairs.
1-0.
Runner at second, nobody out. Next offering in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Mookie takes.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
That one pulled foul. Lux leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Swings through that.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
Tried to hold up on the 0-2. Now a look down to third. Ring him up, says Darryl Parker. That's a strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, and you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned. and just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
And a foul ball. Man on second, 2 down. Just off the outside edge. And 1-1.
One strike.
Next offering is fouled back. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Man at second. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And that is that. 1 left for LA, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now it's the DH, Kyle Schwarber. And a pitch. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. The pitch. Hammered on the line, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. At 110 miles per hour on the exit velo, that thing was screaming, and that's some serious bat speed to generate contact like that, and no doubt a higher launch angle sends that thing out of here easily.
Here's Trey Turner. First pitch just misses.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Righty delivers. The shortstop takes the ball. Close, but called a ball. And it's 3-0. Bryce Harper waits on deck. With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering is in for a strike.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Booth.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Base knock, and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
Bryce Harper to the plate.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
And fouled off. First and second here, no outs. That missed by a lot. And that's ball 1. Double play ball to second. Good feed. That's 1. How about that double play?
I think 4-6-3 double plays like that are way tougher than these guys make it look sometimes, because no matter how you do it, the feed from the second baseman is a tough one. That's where footwork really comes into play, but right there, very well done.
Nick Castellanos stands in for the Phillies. Right side, Hayward settles underneath it. He's got it. And the inning is over. Phillies strand 1. They're down 1-0. New inning getting started. Here's the third baseman, Max Muncy. The line to kick the pitch. Strike one.
No ball. One strike.
In the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone. A massive home run. And they add to the lead. It's 2-0. That one just sounded different.
Yeah, it might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
And now the center fielder, James Outman. Just off the inside edge.
One ball. No strike.
The wind and the pitch. On the ground to short. Trey Turner gloves it. Fires over to first. That's the first out, the top of the seventh.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Here's the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Matt Strong, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Dominguez getting loose as well. And here it comes.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
He goes down looking.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Marsh brings it in for the third out. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. And it's 2-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Bottom of the seventh. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Alec Bohm. Ohtani back to work. Fouled off. He was late. Here comes a pitch. Right through there for a strike. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Brusdar Graterol looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Trinan also getting ready. And the pitch. That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Well, he just couldn't get out of the way of that one, and that's not an easy thing to do when you got a fastball coming in hot.
Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies. Upstairs.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
The tying run at the plate. Right side. Off balance feed. There's one. On to first in time. Double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. Foul ball there. The Phils trailing by 2 here, the bottom of the 7th. This to third. Muncy sends it to first. And Real Muto is out. What a play, inning over. Well, new pitcher will be the lefty Matt Strom.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Now it's the right fielder, Jason Hayward. The pitch. Check swing, tried to hold up. Now it appealed to third, and he went around according to Darryl Parker. Left-hand hitter waits. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Kicks and deals.
1 and 2.
Just missed. The pitch. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 8th. And a swing and a miss. Action in the pen down there. Connor Brogdon up and loosening in the pen. Bounced out to short. Turner to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Well, I definitely think the speed down the line played a factor on that throw. He had more time than he thought, but as a fielder, the speed of the game and the speed of the runner sometimes can get in your head, and he just rushed it and failed to make a clean throw.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Mookie Betts. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
That's a ball.
In the dirt, and no movement on the bases. It's ball 1.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
That's in there. Now 1-2.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Turns and fires to Betts. And that one is lifted in the air. That gets down for a hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Wouldn't chase that time.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
And that one a little bit high.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Swings through that one for strike one.
2-1.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Foul ball. Another 2-2 upcoming. That one the other way. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. In comes the runner from third, and they take a 3-run lead. And into second with one away. That's a double.
Takes an inside pitch and just fillets it over there to left field. And that's all he had to do is get something to the outfield grass to push that run across.
Next up, the Dodgers catcher, Will Smith.
I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone here. Pitcher's looking for a strikeout or a ground ball, hoping to keep that runner at third.
Swing and a foul straight back. Betts, the runner at third. Freeman over at second with one down. Out the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Big strikeout right there, and that kind of takes the pressure off the defense a bit. Infield was in, so now they can move back, give themselves more time on a grounder to make a play. A lot more ways to work out of this and strand that runner at third now.
Muncy digs in. He's already homered in this game. So 2 down. James Outman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's already homered here in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
That one a little bit high, and it's 2-0.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Two outs. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Bases loaded, 2 down. And now the lefty. And a swing and a miss. Inning over, and it could have been worse.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.